Hi, everybody. It's Mark Rushton at markrushton.com and markrushtongallery.com. I'll just leave markrushton.com up tonight here. It is Saturday, July 2nd, 2022, and this is the just a general art and music chat tonight. And I just thought, just impromptu. I don't really have anything planned. I'm just going to kind of chat a little bit here about art and music and stuff related to that sort of thing here this evening. Been watching some other things in the meantime. Did a lot of yard work today. Did a lot of cleaning around the house and organizing and stuff like that. And just, I woke up like super early this morning, and I don't know why, right? Because this is Saturday. Didn't have the alarm on. I guess, how many hours? I think I woke up around 5 o'clock this morning. I could probably 5.5 hours worth of sleep, if that. And yeah, I'm kind of on fumes right now, but I kind of wanted to do a video and everything and just kind of chat a little bit here. So always start off each sort of general chat here with the Instagram. And I did not do a reel today. I didn't even do a post, but I'm at 152 followers, and that's nice. We're up from week to week, and that is good. That's real good there. So just keep plugging away on that. I'll do a reel tomorrow. Today it's just been kind of, like this sort of thing. And, looking through the old Instagram. I've mostly been doing reels lately. And oh yeah, there's one of my little musical instruments, as you can see right back here. I have been kind of playing around with the music this evening here. I have been playing around with the new Pitchfork Plus pedal, and then of course my additional setup, which includes my two Empress boxes. Just making some beautiful ambient music or whatever. And you kind of have to throw that in here on the old Instagram, whether or not somebody's really looking, right? So there's that. Then, of course, there's always markrushtongallery.com, which I largely consider to be a gallery. And it's currently, it's being built. I'm adding things to it. I'll be adding more things to it here in the fall here. But had my live art sale last night, and I thought that went pretty good. And it was live. It's also recorded as well. 70% off weekly sale original paintings here. I'm not going to rehash that, but you can come through here and take a look and see what Rushton's up to. The acrylic ink on synthetic paper paintings, the little thermal printed photo collages with acrylic paint and acrylic ink on stretch canvas. And then, yeah, that sort of stuff. The different types of prints I have available. You can look through those. What is that Rushton up to, right? And my tote bag store, compact discs, a calendar that can start in any month in 2022. Pretty amazing there. So that's the Mark Rushton Gallery. We'll be doing more with that here in the fall. Trust me. There will be new different types of prints. We're going to have so many tote bags. It's going to be a little bonkers. And working some original paintings. I have some things in storage right now and they will be reworked and finished this fall, this winter here. So I plan to do a lot of art creations later in the year here, but got to get through the summer first, And of course, I'm also, in addition to being a fine artist, I'm also a recording artist. And you can find out more about the kind of music and sounds that I release at markrushton.com. And, I got a mailing list. My music is available, not only listening on streaming services, but also available for music licensing. So if you're a content creator, like a podcaster or YouTuber, or you make videos or something like that, You can use my music. You can buy very reasonably priced, but buy the music that I make and use it in your product here through music licensing, stuff like that, right? So yeah, I'm just kind of just kind of rambling tonight, like I've read some things recently. I try to stay away from the news. I especially the music news, because so many people are just I don't know, they're like intoxicated by it. And I just don't, I can't get hung up on that sort of stuff, right? I just can't get hung up on that thing. And I've talked about that recently here. So many musicians get strung up, or not strung up, but they get hung up on things like the different streaming services and who's a billionaire and who said what and all the clickbait news. And I can't spend any time on that. I'd rather spend my time making music, editing music, getting music ready for release, that sort of thing. That's where I'd rather spend my time. Every now and then, you see these people out there and they're just so concerned about the industry or so concerned about things other than music. And it's like, this is the most important thing, right? Like all that chatting and everything like that. If what I'm making as far as music and sounds and stuff like that, I don't know. I guess maybe I'm just at that age where I don't really care about that stuff anymore. Could care less. You've only got so much time and you got to make it count. And so, I mean, I don't even know how many pieces I made tonight, 5 or 6, something like that. And I'll just be, kind of stockpiling it right now. Again, in the fall, in the winter, I'm going to be releasing new sounds, just like a madman, just absolutely crazy. Just gonna be working on music and art, but until that time, I just gotta steer this ship, right? And on the art side, I'm involved with I would say some forums is out there, and again, every now and then you get these people here who other artists. They're just like other musicians, it's it's sad to see this in the arts, people who are just upset that, what would you say? What do I say? If you build it, they will come. Only happens in the movies. That movie Field of Dreams. Well, if you build the field, then all the players will walk out of the corn stalk. So it's not going to happen. That only happens in movies. So people think, well, I made some art, I got a website. How come why aren't people buying my art? It's the same thing with musicians. Listen, I released something, I put it out on Spotify and no one heard it. And it just boggles my mind. Now it boggles my mind because I went to art school and they didn't really teach you anything about marketing. And, it was a different world. It was pre-internet. How would you expect to know anything? But even today, we get hung up on things. So many people out there getting hung up on things like Facebook ads. Facebook ads? You're gonna give money to Zuckerberg for an ad? Are you sure you know what you're doing? Are you sure? You want to be on one of the most throttled platforms out there, buying ads? Do you know how to buy advertising? Do you know how that works? I see it so much. Like people always making the same mistakes. They can't think about the long term, right? And with the music here, I'll say this again here. I've been making music since 2000. I've been releasing music since 2004. I became a member of ASCAP in 2002, 20 years ago. And I mean, it was pretty much a hobby until about 2015. I never really made any money. I didn't do it because I wanted to make money. I did it because I wanted to make recordings, and I was kind of fascinated with the technology and the computers and everything. And then the streaming services started. The money, started happening. It was very slow in the beginning for a number of years. And it's turned out to be something kind of interesting, kind of fun. How do people listen? You have to figure that one out. Where are they listening from? What streaming service? Is my music out on this particular weird streaming service in another country? What does it look like? How do people listen to playlists out there? How do you build those? How do you get those moved out there? How do I get an account on there without having to pay for it? How do I get an account on there without being in the country? All those sorts of things. I got a little something here in my teeth that's driving me nuts. But I realize that there's a lot of people in the arts out there that they want things to go better for them, but now's a tough time economically. Maybe people aren't spending as much money as they were, but you have to do that. You have to figure out the way that in my case, how do people listen to music? How do people listen to sounds? What do they need? Do they want to be able to license them? All that sort of stuff. Are they on this streaming service? Or are they on that streaming service? Oh, it's a lot to think about. I can't deal with it. I can deal with it. I've stood the test of time. I've seen it. I don't know. Anyway, I last few weeks here, I've just seen a lot of this just with, and it's endemic, and it's always going to be that way in the arts. And there's always going to be people out there that are just upset that they don't get any piece of the pie or hardly any piece of the pie. But what are you doing? If you're a musician, you're an artist, you're a writer, you're a filmmaker, what are you doing to find the audience, find those people that are interested in that sort of thing? And I'm not here to sell a course or anything like that. I'm just speaking generally, because I encounter these people are here, there, everywhere. And the question's always the same. What are you doing? What are you doing to, for like an artist? How do you get eyeballs on that art? Right? You making reels? You doing posts? You doing, in my case, I do 2 live art shows a week out to YouTube and Facebook and Twitch. I'm broadcast on all the alternative sites, Odyssey and Rumble and BitChute and all that sort of stuff. People watch out there. And over time, I just kind of figured it out. I don't have all the answers, but it's amazing to have, some of the answers and know what worked. At least I know what worked for me on the music side. And I have an idea what will work long-term on the fine arts side. But when I encounter these people who are just very pessimistic, very Eeyore, very glass half full, and I say, have you done this? Have you tried that? It's just like they want to throw in the towel and all they want to do is complain. It's kind of sad, but I don't know. I like to help people. You see somebody that's like struggling out there. They're asking for advice. They're asking for coaching or something like that. Well, spend a few minutes and kind of like, this worked for me. I don't know quite the context of your situation or anything like that, but I'll say that. I'll say like, this worked for me. Maybe it'll work for you. But when they come back and they just, slap your hand and want to bite your nose off, it's just like, I can't help you. I can't. You just want to vent. And I'm just venting here, but what are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? I don't know. I speak from experience here, and I don't have all the answers. Anyway, I'm just kind of rambling here. The numbers keep changing up here on the live stream. It's pretty awesome. Thanks everybody for showing up here. Just a brief chat tonight. I'm not one of those people that does like a 5-hour chat or anything like that. I'm in for like 15, 20 minutes, something like that. And then I'm out of here because like I said, I got up at 5 o'clock this morning, man. I am tired, but I was like, I just want to do a live video, right? Just kind of ramble a little bit, show off the websites, all that sort of stuff. You love the t-shirt here? Look at this. I bought this a few years ago from the Food Ranger on YouTube. He's got several million followers. And I honestly, I fit really good in this t-shirt. It's almost loose. Yeah, it is loose. It's kind of loose, right? For the last few years here, it was a little. I wasn't gonna wear it, right? I've lost a bunch of weight, and that's good. And I've cracked that code. People come up to me and they say, "Rushton, you've lost some weight here in the last year or two." I say, "Yes, I have." "Well, how much weight have you lost?" I said, "I don't get on a scale. I can tell you all my clothes are loose as crazy, but that's." Then they're like, "Well, what'd you do?" And then once I tell them what I do, they say, "I don't want to do that." It's not that hard, guys. It's not that hard. It's not that difficult. I mean, one last thing I'll say here is that, I'm 55 years old, and I'm at that age where my parents are still here and they're still in good shape. But, a lot of people, a lot of people losing their parents, a lot of people have lost their parents and everything like that. And they Alzheimer's and dementia and diabetes and chronic illnesses and breaking hips and things like that, in addition to everything else that's going on. But people my age and younger, I don't think they think that they're going to end up like their parents and their grandparents. I don't think that. I didn't really kind of come to realize that until kind of recently. It's like, well, wait a second, clock's running out. Am I going to be the person with the loud TV in the living room? Am I going to be the person who's driving 15 miles an hour in a 35 zone? Am I going to hit the little concrete thing in the drive up at the bank, right? Am I going to leave my my drink cup on top of the car? I don't know. Probably. I may end up like that. Actually, I probably won't end up like that with the television because, I wear headphones or something like that. But yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of people just don't care, or they don't think it's going to happen to them, and it's going to happen to you. It's eventually you get ground down. That's why I lost my weight. That's why I've been doing a lot of walking and all that sort of stuff. Just trying to stay above ground, just trying to stay creative. My eyes go, then I'll just make blurry paintings, right? My hearing goes, I'll just make noisy music, right? I got all the bases covered. All right, 18 minutes. Hope you enjoyed my rambling. This is a big ramble. Art and music ramble is what this should be. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. And see you tomorrow, probably.